Okay, welcome back. We're going to be creating a new registration, but before that we have to make sure that our vendor is in the database. So we're going to actually bump over here first to click a vendor. Now we're going to want to search for our vendor first, because once a vendor ID number has been created, it's permanent. You can't delete it. You can modify it or edit it later on, but you cannot delete it. So it's really important that we do our best to find our vendor first before we try to create a new one. So in this example, we're going to look up a vendor 0629 by his vendor ID number, his or her. And we find there were no owners found that match that criteria. So now we have to create a new vendor. So before you create a new vendor, you've searched to see if the vendor exists in the database first. And if it doesn't, then in order to create a new vendor, you have to get numbers from the ODF revenue unit. So we have to send an email to them. Here's the information you're going to need. You're going to need their first name, their last name, their business name, their address, city, state, zip, telephone number. And then it says here, send an email to ODF DL distribution list revenue. So if you're in ODF, you can type that as it is. You can type ODF underscore DL underscore revenue, and it'll pop up with this distribution list, and you can send your information request new vendor ID. And then you can type the information that it asks for. But if you are outside of ODF, that's not your mailing address, then you're going to want to send the email address to revenueunit@odf.oregon.gov. That's revenueunit@odf.oregon.gov. So once we've done that and we get an answer back from them, then we can come back into this place for vendors. So we're going to create a new vendor, and you're going to put in their ID, which you got from the revenue unit. Again, very crucial that this is done right. They're going to give you the mail code. They're going to give you all the information you need. Then you're going to fill in the rest of the intel. And then you're going to pick what other, what ownership code they are. You don't click the suspended button unless they have not made payments. This is more of an admin thing. If you are behind on your payments, they can click suspended, and then you can't register any more burns or be cleared for burns. So we don't want to get in that place. Now, okay, so now it'll let me save. All right, I have created a vendor. So now, and you just see the little sign up there that says successfully created vendor. So now we can go back to the home page, which takes us to registrations, and we can create a new registration.